Hello, I'm Casey Wilson, owner of Roseville Strength and Conditioning in beautiful Roseville, California, and one of your co-hosts of the Do or Do Not podcast. And this is
I remain Bradford Neal Erie the first.
still.
Still
I
of
thought
many.
you'd change your name by now.
I know. You would think.
All right, so today we're gonna talk about some upcoming movies and stuff coming out. Might talk a little bit about toys and whatnot, and we're gonna do an auction on whatnot and what's going on in our lives a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Been a few weeks since we've been on, so
Yeah.
you know.
I just want to say that this might be the last time you look at us before we become billionaires off whatnot.
Yeah.
Next time you see us, we
make
might be worth
I hope we make a couple bucks.
tens of dozens of dollars.
I better not be on here. All these are like kind of like shaking.
I know. Well, that's because you made me work out before doing this thing.
Yeah. So yeah, Brad just got done with his workout. So anyway, we're going to talk about some different stuff. We got Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary coming out next week.
Brad got me to read that book 2 years ago, I think.
So excited.
Almost 3 years ago, probably.
Yep.
And I read that book, and then they made a freaking movie, and Ryan Gosling's in it. So, you know, a
My
bunch of
boy.
girls are going to be going and watching it.
Big Rye.
So
I like to call him Rye.
So that's on the 20th. That's
Yeah.
the day before we do our sale.
I
Next
know.
Friday.
That's
It's a week from today. Damn. All right. So we're gonna probably go see that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Are you on opening night or something? Because I probably won't go opening night.
I'm gonna make
I
you
might
buy
go on
me
Friday.
D-box seats.
I might go on Friday.
Make you buy me D-box so I can shake it.
Anyway, that's definitely one of the movies I'm excited about seeing coming up.
Yep.
And you know, we got Daredevil Born Again season 2 coming up pretty soon. There's a lot of stuff coming up on TV and in the movies. We're getting to that time of the year where they start releasing everything. So it'll be a lot of fun. Some stuff I'm not looking forward to, like the new Star Wars movie, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed and hoping that Dave Filoni pulls something out of his ass that isn't a penis. So, so I'm hoping. But there's a lot of good stuff coming out. On March, you didn't even shut your phone off. I mean, come on, man.
It's coming through my glasses.
It's been a few weeks, but you got to be professional.
It's coming through my glasses.
You got to get rid of that. Got to go blind. All right, so on March 21st, we're going to do a whatnot auction, our first one. We're virgins at it right now. So we're going to be selling he's going to be selling comic books. I'm going to sell a bunch of my old sports cards that I really don't care about anymore. They're awesome. And I get a lot of nostalgia looking through them and going through all my cards. And I remember this guy. I remember those things. But I don't really have any. They've been sitting in my basement for 30 years. Well, in my basement at my house for almost 20 years, but just in containers. Every once in a while, you pop them out, you look at them. You know, I'd flip through my thing. I have like a bunch of pages of cards, and I would love looking at them and thinking about them, but I really don't have an attachment to them. There's toys and stuff that I like that I have more like I'll never sell my Star Wars 1977 toys, my Luke Skywalker farm boy.
At least you have those.
Oh, look, right now I got another whatnot notification.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, Florida Toy Boy.
Addicted. Toy Boy.
I haven't bought hardly anything. Last night was the first time I bought anything. It was just like, it was something I didn't have that I wanted.
Yeah.
So I told you it was Wedge Antilles. It was this big Wedge Antilles character, and I didn't have him, and I wanted it, so I actually bought it. But I haven't been buying very much lately because I don't have any room for it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to start sticking stuff, down in my basement in boxes. I mean, I'm not really into that. I want to be able to display it or at least be able to look at my stuff.
Yeah.
And if I get to the point where I'm having to stick stuff in boxes, I have a little bit of room at home, to put up on top of things. But
well, you know what happened to me? I mean, my mom dropped off a crate worth of comics that I've had forever. And after a while, you just get embarrassed of having the movers. So be like, hey, where do you want these boxes of comics?
Yeah.
These 55-pound long boxes of comics. And you have like 15 of them, sir. Fucking nerd. Where would you like your fucking comics, you goddamn nerd?
You mean my investment that I probably worth more than your yearly salary this year?
Come on, whatnot. So I've spent like my poor wife and kids who have just sat and watched me scan comic after comic and just totally disrupt their lives in our house because I have all these boxes open. Trying to be like, does Iron Man become before Indestructible, Doom? My kids are like, we don't care, Dad.
I'm surprised your son hasn't walked over. He's just pissed at him.
No, he keeps. I yell at him like, "I will throw your iPad away if you come over here. These are older than you."
You get home and he's just like,
yeah. That's my fear. That's my fear. So, you guys got to help me prove me right in front of my mom that, see, Mom, those comics did mean something, and they will pay for my retirement.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing that auction on March 21st on Whatnot. It's an app that you can get on your phone, and they do auctions of everything. They have. Obviously, I'm partial. I know a lot about the toys and the Star Wars, and have been watching
adult collectibles, not toys.
I'll just give you a rundown, but like, I bought a lot of like stuff from my childhood or that I love Star Wars. I don't buy any of that new Star Wars crap. A Mandalorian, Ahsoka, some Rebels. I bought some stuff from those.
Yeah.
But I won't buy anything for like there's always Kylo Ren going up.
Yeah.
I'm like, I put my phone down. I got a solid 30 seconds to minutes, and I'll look at the phone, like, because a lot of times I'll watch TV, and if there's an auction I like, I'll just be like, okay, I'll like have the auction on, and I'm listening for those keywords like,
hiss,
Luke Skywalker, or
Han Solo.
Oh, look at this beautiful Princess Leia slave girl.
What?
Yeah. And I'm like, hold on now, let me see what we got going on over here.
How lifelike we talking here?
So it's a fun app to be on. So here's kind of a rundown. You got toys and hobbies, Star Wars, action figures, Funko Pops, vintage toys, storage unit finds, estate sales and storage, video games, other men's fashion, retro games, men's fashion. Whatnot should pay us to sponsor us.
I know.
Toys. Modern games, other toys, stickers, which I have a bunch of stickers. Dude.
You do kind of look like a sticker guy.
Dude, I didn't even remember how many stickers I had. Then I started looking at what people were charging for these puffy 80s stickers that I have. I may have more there than I do in sports cards because it's crazy.
Do they sell abs? Six-pack abs?
No, they don't do that. Football memorabilia, sports memorabilia, vintage comics, knives and EDC. I do look at the knives a lot. Sports cards, football cards, baseball cards, basketball cards, consoles and accessory, UFC cards, tactical gear, wrestling cards, board games and puzzles, and then I can click to see more categories. They have everything, gear. Shoes, home decor. They have everything. It's a really cool app.
Made for really men,
easy to use
by men.
And
you don't see
you
in
get
there?
Great deals on it.
Yeah. You don't see any girly stuff in there.
No, there's a lot of girly stuff.
Yesterday, take it back. I was gonna say it's all man stuff.
I bought a lot of stuff from We Are Toys.
Yeah.
And they do a Barbie show every week with a bunch of Barbie stuff. I haven't bought anything because I don't collect Barbie, but maybe when my granddaughter, about another year down the road, may start collecting Barbie, I'll just get on there and get some Barbies. Yeah. But I've already got my granddaughter 6 or 7 Funko Pops.
Did you tell her not to open them?
Stitch. No, I opened them and gave them to her.
Okay.
But now I've repacked. I was going to say, I was very careful taking them in and out. And I let her play with them.
Don't touch them, honey.
And she goes, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, she loves them.
Put it back
and
then
she'll go set them down and won't play with them again. Yeah. So then I put them back in the box after that. But I got her Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah. Adorbs.
Both one Lilo, one Stitch.
Yeah.
Olaf, which is one of her favorites.
Yeah.
Pocahontas, Mulan. I think that's it. So anyway, one of the people from Encanto, Isabella Madrigal. She likes the Encanto.
Well, let me tell you, you might be responsible for me getting divorced because I was sitting there looking at the original 1980s unopened Optimus Prime. Now that is the.
Oh yeah, I sent that to him.
Yeah, he did. He did. Look at him. Look down. He knows what he did. He knows.
You said you wanted it. Somebody was selling it, so I sent you the little.
Been putting it off for a long time, and then I saw one that like went down to $490, and I went to get my credit card, and I go downstairs, and my wife was downstairs. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh." I'm like, I don't know, nothing, I guess. Yeah. I put the credit card back. But then he reached out and let me know that he dropped the price a little more. And so now,
he did he?
Now I just might have to do it. I never got it. I'm from a small town in Ohio. We didn't have many stores around us. You know, you'd have to drive an hour and a half south to Columbus to hit a store that had any Transformers in the 80s. And so I never got it. My dad tried. He did this hardest he could. It was the one that got away. That was my white whale.
That's what he told you.
Yeah, he's probably playing with it.
Son.
And there it is. I just stare at it sometimes. I
remember when me and my sisters were kids, and they wanted a Cabbage Patch doll.
Yeah,
so freaking bad.
So hard to get.
And my mom and dad, well, not my dad as much, but my mom. She would hear about there was a new shipment coming, and she would go try to get one. And she did. If I remember right, she pulled it off where she got two of them. They weren't necessarily the ones they wanted, but they got two Cabbage Patch squirrel dolls, you know, like for Christmas. But man, I remember her like trying to get those things and like, I heard about a shipment that came in, you know, and I think they're getting a new shipment over at Toys R Us.
That was the same way
out the door trying to get them.
With the Transformers where I lived, like anybody could get, you know, Bumblebee or the small ones, you know, that to get Optimus or Megatron, like you had to be in the know. Like you had to know people.
Yeah.
Like you were slipping, you know, a guy at Kmart like an extra $5. Be like, all right, let me know when the Transformers come here so I can be here waiting.
It's kind of cool now too, because I look over and like I'm like looking at all my Funko Pops that I got. And I'm like going, normally I'm sitting in the chair over there and facing this direction. So I normally don't see him. So I'm just like, oh yeah, Plastic Man. All right.
Those who haven't come
Winchester
to his gym would be surprised to learn that it's 30% stands of his collectibles. And
so all these are recent in the last
it's really
last 6 to 8 weeks, but great deals. I mean, I got Daredevil, Punisher, two of my favorite all-time legends. Ultraman that I watched when I was a kid. This is a newer version.
Might be his coolest action figure that you got. It's
pretty cool. But then I had Sidekick when I was a kid, and it was broken, but I saved it. That's another story I'll tell in a second. Then you got obviously Iron Man and Spider-Man. I really enjoy the legends because these characters are very detailed and they're very well done and molded and artistic. And I also like the Funko Pops, and I never thought I would, but then I started like seeing like the artwork on them and stuff, and they're very unique.
Yeah.
And they're collectible, you know? I mean, there's more Funko Pop sales than there is anything else, I think, probably on Whatnot.
So you're saying that this gym is just a beard for you to collect and stash your collectibles?
I swear it's really been the last 2 months. Like I had a bunch of stuff down in my basement that was my own collection from being a kid, and most of it was broken because my stepsons broke it. If I didn't ever hand them over to them, I would have a very valuable collection. But you know, they're awesome. They enjoyed them, so at least they got played with and stuff. They just were a little rougher than I was when I was a kid. But now I'm like looking to complete. Like I've been looking for. Last night I was on a few different ones, asking if they had the Farm Boy Luke sword lightsaber.
Yeah, with the lightsaber
that you put inside its arm, because I don't have it. So now I'm like trying to complete some of my other ones. I'm gonna have to get new stuff for Yoda and Chewbacca because I have the figures and they're in good shape. They're just don't have any of the accessories anymore. And that's why the accessories are so much. I have
the accessories make it. They
have the He-Man.
Yeah, he's got the He-Man
sword from the 80s.
And people will be like, any smart girl would be like, "What? I don't even know what you're talking about. Who would want a freaking sword?" But every guy would be like, "Yes!"
They're like,
that will complete
I have my
collection.
He-Man, or I bought a He-Man but with no sword.
That's right.
You know, and I need my sword, you know, the power sword. And so I have those, and then I start looking at how much people will pay for them. And I'm like, holy crap, this is worth just as much as most of the complete figures.
I know.
Not quite as much.
Their
But
He-Man
the
sword's
accessories,
worth about
the
as much
G.I.
as half
Joe
my
guns,
comics.
the lightsabers on Star Wars, these things are worth money, $60-$70. So I got on eBay and was trying to find and I was like, I'm not paying $70, $120. Oh, this came off of an actual one. Then they have remakes that are cheaper. They're $30 or $40. I'm like, I don't.
Sorry, Barb,
I'm gonna wait until I can
up.
find a good one, and then and then get it, like an auction or something. So I've been keeping an eye out for that. But it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it, and it's cool to see all these toys. And then I'll sell a lot of these. Like I'll keep a certain amount of them. Like most of these right here would be in my own personal collection. I'm not going to sell any of these, but I have a bunch of stuff that I'm getting ready to sell, that I'll sell eventually. And some of it I'll hold on to for a number of years, and then I'll sell it and make more money.
Yeah. Well, Casey likes to think that I come in here and work out now. No, I just come in here and I play.
He goes to my storage room.
I go into a storage room and I take this stuff gently out of the box and I have big old battles.
Yeah.
Big old battles. Now, if Casey got that Transformer of Optimus Prime, I might have to gut him.
I loved Transformers, and I had an Optimus Prime and the gun.
Yeah,
it made it into an actual gun that you could shoot, or like you could pull the trigger on with
Best
Megatron.
Freaking toys ever.
That was so awesome, man. But I don't have any of those. I have a few GoBots because they were more sturdy. They were made out of metal.
Yeah,
and so I have a few GoBots. But I don't have hardly any. None of my Transformers from back in the day. They just broke too much. They were plastic.
Yeah, they break easier.
And then when you're a kid, you're trying to form them up, and you're getting pissed because it won't go, and you push too hard and it breaks.
You're trying to transform. You don't want to read the directions of how to transform it. You're just bending things, trying to make it to a truck.
Yeah. So anyway.
Come help us relive our youth.
Yeah, so we're gonna do it in kind of a podcast form like this too. So we're gonna have the things we're selling up here in the middle. They'll be on auction. We're gonna run 20-second auctions.
Yeah,
and we have a set price for some, but we'll run a lot at $1, $3, something like that, because they're not worth crazy amounts, and hopefully a couple people end up wanting them, and then they bid against each other, and then they get up to the price, or maybe even over what it's worth, because somebody's really wanting to add that to their collection.
Then I can retire.
Yeah, but in general, we'll probably lose money on some things and make money on other things. But in general, it's been good because going through all these cards.
Yeah.
So this guy's going through, and we're both telling the same story, whether it's comics or sports cards.
Yeah.
We're growing up, and I'm buying these things, and I'm cracking a case, or we used to get the little bags.
Yep.
You open it up, and you go, oh, I got it. I got the one everybody wants. One of mine was David Robinson's rookie card where he's holding up his jersey. You open that thing and got it, instantly it was worth $50. 35, I think, and then really soon it went up to 50. Everybody wanted that card. Now it's worth $3.50. It's like, what the fuck? How does that happen? Just isn't in demand, and there was a lot of them, and at the time he was real popular, and cards go up and down, But as I was investigating all my cards,
sit down, people, sit down.
This is one of those days where you have your lot. Everybody goes, "How you doing today?" I go, "It's just a regular day, just another day in paradise. I love my job. I love what I do." But there's nothing new or exciting going. Just literally, I was on the phone with somebody, and we were talking, and I was like, "Going, just a regular day." We were talking about that stuff, and 20 minutes later, I verified that I have a Jordan rookie card.
Michael Jordan rookie card.
And I thought it was a 96 reprint because I had some Michael Jordan rookies when I was young. I knew I had two of them, and I had 2 second-year cards for Jordan. And I had that Robinson, which back then I think it was worth $75. It was the last time I ever priced it before I started. I priced it again and realized, oh shit, I thought this was one of my good cards. This is this is a crap card. I was like, $350. What are you talking about? This is a mint condition. So anyway,
we're going to Vegas, is what we're saying. We're going to sell this card. We're going to Vegas.
So now I'm on. AI is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. And
so I had this card scanner, and it's supposed to have AI and stuff. And I scanned this card a few weeks ago, and it said it was worth $2,250.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't be that. And then underneath it said, well, it could be these 1996 reprints and stuff. And I go,
Yeah.
it's probably just one of those because I thought I had sold both of my, because your mind gets foggy as you get older. I thought I'd sold both of my Jordan rookie cards because I had to get new tires and shocks for my truck.
Way more important
back in the 90s. And I didn't have much, you know. I was working full time for minimum wage or over minimum wage, but not much over minimum wage.
Yeah.
I just didn't, and this is like, this is probably like 93, 94.
Yeah.
And so I sold them, and you know, obviously you sell them and you take, you know, a little bit. You're not selling them for retail. The guy's gonna want to make money on them.
Yeah.
So I got enough, and I got my tires and shocks, and I sold my Jordans. But now I'm sitting there going, oh, I only needed to sell. I vaguely remember that I had to sell both of them, and I sold both my second year cards because I had no Jordan second year cards. You know, so I kept my David Robinson, which I thought would eventually be worth a lot. And
well, at the time,
I have a Jordan rookie card. So yesterday, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I need to investigate, you know, because if this is the rookie card as opposed to the reprint. So I got on AI and I'm like, hey, what's the difference between the 86 and the 90? And the fucking card app didn't help me at all. But fucking AI was like, oh, well, this is this. And it's really easy to see, oh, I have a Jordan rookie in great shape. And then AI will actually give you a grade and give you recommendations. And it graded mine a PSA 6. It said it could be a 7 because it has very sharp edges and stuff, but it's not centered, you know. And they go, they recommended, they say unless it's a PSA 9 or 10, don't send it off because you're just paying money and you're not going to get that much more for it.
We believe our AI overlords.
So I get on eBay and I go, well, how much is this worth at a PSA 6 if I were to do it? $4,000 to $6,000. I was like, holy shit.
We're going to Vegas and hitting the clubs.
So I'm going to take it over to a card shop in the next week before we do the auction.
And take over.
I'm not going to put it in the auction because it's worth a lot, and I don't want to just put it in the auction and
take your Dave Robinson too. Be like, come
on, brother. Come on. This used to be worth $50.
He's a top 50 player. He was voted a top 50 of all NBA.
It's him holding his jersey, man. It's the good one. It's like, I got the Bo Jackson. You know, look at this one, you know. So anyway, I have
the Admiral.
You know, it's crazy to really, and so he was having the same thing in comics. He thought certain comics were just going to be worth so much, and then he's scanning, and then there's other comics you don't think are worth anything, and it's like, oh, this is worth. I have a rated rookie, Don Ross, freaking King Griffey, perfect shape, came out of the pack, went in my fucking binder, right?
Yep,
great shape. Card last time I'd really looked at it was worth like in the upper 20s or something back when, and this was when Griffey was playing, so it was worth money back then. And then I get in there, I scan, it's like $3.50 to $10. You know, it's like, are you shitting me? This card? And then I found that it had a couple errors in it, and so it bumps it up to like $30, you know, or something. But yeah, it's been fun like going through all this stuff. So it's like brings you back to your childhood, but also you start going, oh, I also, and then I have a football that is autographed by all the Raiders legends. And so I was scanning it and scanning all the signatures and trying to authenticate it with AI.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. The only one that I can't 100% authenticate.
Yeah.
And then there's ones that, you know, the guy said it, a lot of the guys would sign it and this was auctioned off in an auction.
Yeah.
And one of my clients is like, hey, I won this, you know, nice to have a lot of money. I tried to get the Niner ball because I'm a Niner fan, but I couldn't. You know, it went for too much. But this Raider one, I won an auction on it a couple of years ago, and hey, do you want it? And he just gave it to me.
All right, I'll take it.
It's been sitting on my. It was sitting up on my shelf until I stopped. I got disillusioned with NFL during the whole kneeling thing, and I took all my Raider stuff down. I said, "Screw this!
Screw you, Raiders!"
Well, it wasn't the Raiders; it was NFL football. I'm still a Raiders fan, but I'm not a hardcore Raider fan like I was.
Yeah.
So anyway, I had this on my shelf for many years, probably 10 years.
Yeah.
And then I took it down 2 or 3 years ago and had it sitting in the spare bedroom. And
humble brag, you got a spare bedroom?
Well, I don't. The kid rented it, you know, like one of my son's friends rented it, and it's a mess. But it was sitting in there on the floor, and I told him not. It got a lot of dust on it. I go, don't fuck with it. And so then I'm like scanning it, and I'm looking. I'm like going. The only problem is the John Madden signature is much smaller than he normally signs when he signs something individual when he was alive. And so it says it's similar to John Madden's, and it could be, but it wouldn't like say it was for sure
Yeah.
John Madden, because that would raise the price up even more.
Can you go to like a pawn shop and ask?
The authentication process of it is one of the things is, are all the other people legit?
Yeah.
Like their signatures, and they are. Because as far as I remember, this was auctioned off in the Fred Bolitnikoff charity auction, because he has a charity for like his daughter was murdered. So
just a Madden
abuse
alone
and stuff. So it has
just a Madden.
I think 5 Hall of Famers on it.
Yeah.
The sign and John Madden. If it's John Madden, that'd be 6.
Yeah.
And John Madden obviously has football games and was a great announcer, Hall of Fame announcer, all that. But he was also
got a movie coming out.
Great movie coming out with Nicolas Cage and Christian Bale. Very excited. I will see that one. I don't go to a lot of movies. I probably won't. Is that coming out in the theaters, or is it coming out on like Amazon or Netflix or something?
I thought the theaters, but I could be wrong.
It looked good. The trailer, I was like, oh shit, Nicolas Cage, look at him.
Not who I'd
picked, but Al Davis, Christian Bale is Al Davis.
Yeah,
I mean it's pretty dialed in.
Just win, baby.
Anyway, so I start scanning, and then I start like compare, like how much is this worth? And they're like, it starts saying, well, it could be worth from $1,200 to $7,000, depending on if you verified the signatures and authenticate everything. And I'm
gonna make you pay for the Raider movie.
I'm not gonna authenticate anything, right? So I'm like, oh, well, how much is it really worth? So then I go on eBay and I start looking at all these signed footballs and stuff. Yeah. And John Madden signed football just with his name only on it.
Yeah.
But then with Jim Otto, Fred Bolitnikoff, Willie Brown, John, obviously John Madden, and a bunch of other guys that you would recognize, and then a bunch of guys like you only know if you're a Raiders fan.
Yeah.
Right? Ted Hendricks. You remember Ted Hendricks?
I do.
The stork. Blocked footballs just by standing. He didn't have to jump. He just put his arms up, man. That guy was fucking awesome. I love Ted Hendricks. I'm an old school Raider fan from back in the day. The 80s, man. I used to like my Sundays during football season were decided by whether the Raiders won or lost, whether it was a good day or not. Whether you wanted to be in the same room with me or not was now I can watch a Raiders game.
And the Browns,
I care less. If they win, I'm happy. If they lose, I go, who cares? And they lose a lot. Hopefully, a lot of good moves. A lot of good moves, and a good move by having the trade canceled, in my opinion. So anyway, I got being a Browns fan. I got this football, and so when you start sometimes you have shit around your house that's worth money. Yeah. So I was like, oh shit, I'll sell that football too. I don't care. It just sits on a shelf. Yeah. I go, and I didn't have to pay anything for it. So I just had it given to me as a gift from a client who didn't even like the Raiders, who wanted it in an auction. So
how much do you think what are you gonna ask for it?
I don't know yet. It's just sitting there, and I haven't really wanted.
I'll give you $14.
Yeah.
Throw in Dave Robinson card.
I'll give you the lower end amount. How about that? Like $1,250.
Oh yeah, I got that.
And I'll just throw it down. I'll charge you.
I'm gonna have to live with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to live with you. You're gonna have to tell your friends he needs to scoot over because I'm gonna share a room with them.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm excited about like finding those things and going, okay, now I can buy more toys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, but it is one.
Keep a lookout for us. We'll be at all the old antique shows. We'll be at all the
garage sales all day long. We're going to be
Denios. Yeah, we're going to be cruising the collectible trade shows. We're going to. This is going to be our new job.
Yeah, there's people.
Toy flippers.
I'll tell you what, like Weird Toys, they have like a.
Yeah.
They said their packing area was 1,300 square feet.
I bet.
They have a storefront. It's in Alabama. They're really great. Like if you do good on Whatnot and you want to buy toys, Weird Toys, I get good deals on the auction, but also they ship them, and it's like you almost have to struggle to get them out of the protective package.
That's how good they ship.
It's like it's going to come looking like it looked in the auction. It's not going to come banged up or anything. They wrap it and bubble wrap and tape it, and you're like going, I get the cutter out just to get the bubble wrap off.
Yeah.
It's so well secured.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah. So anyway, we're doing that auction. It's going to be fun. We're both excited about it, but it's been a good, fun, like going back in history, going back in our childhoods and our teenage years and I remember A's Market in Live Oak. I got that NBA Hoops fucking pack.
Yeah.
I ripped it open and got that Dave Robinson, and I remember that feeling of excitement.
Did you look at your friends like,
my friend was like,
"Face, I got all the money,"
because he bought the one before it.
Yeah,
he grabbed one. I grabbed the second one. The second one had Dave Robinson in it, and he was pissed. He was like, well, he wasn't pissed. He was just like, dude. He goes, I cannot believe you got that. If I would have just let you grab the first one, it's like, nope.
Dude, you're gonna be so rich, bro.
Dude,
you're gonna be drive. Yeah,
well, 35. I think it was 35 at the time when we cracked it.
Imagine what it's gonna be when you're in your 50s.
Just think of these kids. Like, if you ever watched that King of Collectibles,
yeah,
on Netflix,
I've seen some of those. Yeah,
so I love them. I watched them all, and like this kid got a Pokemon. I don't know. It was some Pokemon that was that everybody. It was like crack the pack, and see if you get it. And if you get it, you're instantly made $25,000-$30,000.
Yeah.
And this one was, I want to say it was 70. It was some special edition, one of a kind.
Do you have this kid's address?
And they've had video. They already sold it on their website because they do auctions on their website, like gold, whatever his name is, gold something.
Yeah.
Goldman.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But they have a website or whatever. And so he sold it on there. And I think he got like more than he had planned. But, you open up on those cards. And so I remember that feeling as a kid, like not 70,000, but, like, holy crap, I got the Robinson fucking jersey one, or I got Jordan rookie. And you're just fucking so excited.
In comics, you don't get that. You don't get that. What you get is you buy Superman died and you buy the black comic that came with the armband, and you think this one day will pay my son's tuition to Harvard because this comic is going to be worth billions. And then you realize that they sold like 40 million copies of that comic, and that comic now is worth like 15 cents.
It's all about,
and you pay like $5 for it.
And that's the same with the Go Pops. When you're buying them, they're like, this is a 2,500 run, only 2,500 is made. So they're worth like double or triple what the regular Pops that they made. Oh, this is a 20,000 or 30,000 run or whatever it is. So it's really interesting. It's all about rarity. It's like, oh, there's only so many of these. So you have this card. It's a rookie of a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah.
But they made 50,000 of them, and there's 50,000 out there, and people kept them in good enough condition, and they're only selling for this amount because there's a bunch of people selling them. So it's a really interesting market, and it's an interesting way to, like, have fun.
It is really fun.
I love this. I love toys because it brings me back to my childhood. But also,
collectibles.
Look at this. Somebody made this. They made the molds. They made it. They did the artwork.
For those who are only listening, he's holding up the Ultraman Rising action figure, not a doll. Not a doll, Mom.
It's an action figure. I don't know what this goofy little thing is in here. This is a remake. In my childhood, it was much bigger and clunkier looking.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, that Japanese cartoon, or not even a cartoon, it was like a live action thing where
it was Ultraman.
And I was a huge fan. Ultraman's on. Holy crap! It wasn't always on, and it would go off, and you wouldn't see it for a year, and then all of a sudden, Ultraman's back on. And I loved Ultraman then. And I had an Ultraman toy back then. It was plastic. It wasn't nearly as nice as this. And this is like Ultraman Legends and Ultraman Rising. But I saw it and it brought back that nostalgia. And I went, oh, I want that. And so I bought it, and I got a good deal on it. Because then when I priced it out, I go, oh, I paid half of what it's worth.
I should have bought
retail value, if I were to buy it on Walmart or Target or whatever.
Well, if I'm single next video or two, you'll know why. Because I went and got that goddamn Optimus Prime.
Yep.
For $450 now.
That's it. You sell some of these comics.
There you go.
You're there, dude. This is your money, man.
Someone needs to buy 3 of my pricey comics so I can go buy Optimus freaking Prime.
Hey, there you go. That's what
I tried to name my son that. My wife said no. She's like, what do you think of boy names? And I'm like, Optimus Prime Erie. Boom.
I was always like, Luke.
She was, no,
Luke, I don't want a biblical name. I go, it's not biblical.
Yeah.
He swings a lightsaber around and I can
biblical in another way.
Yeah, it's biblical in the way of Star Wars, baby. I was always like, who? And I go, all right.
Middle name's got to be Skywalker.
I know you don't want Luke. How about Han?
Yeah, see? Han's a good name.
Come on, it's a compromise. I wasn't saying Chewie.
Daddy, what's your S stand for when you're Han Wilson? Han means the S stands for solo.
Han
Stop
Solo.
asking.
I would have done it. I'll
Yeah.
tell you, Luke. Well,
If you had two boys, Luke and Han,
Luke and Han. Can you believe how awesome that would
that
be?
would have been.
My daughter's named Leia.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine?
Come on.
They
I
would have
did
been the coolest kids in
Hey.
school.
My number one pick, Leia.
Yeah,
For my daughter. I go, hey, it's a beautiful name.
that is.
Come on. Leia? I go, and then, you know.
We'll call her Princess for short.
You know what the second one I came up with was the one we went with. So
All right, there you go.
I got it from the dinosaur from the Disney movie Dinosaurs.
See, you're
The
good.
female dinosaur was
You're-
named Nira.
That's good. She turned on all of mine. I was like Brutus, Maximus, no. Optimus, no. Make it no. Anything with a Tron at the end, no.
Unbelievable.
Right?
Unbelievable.
We could have been having
What about
Gluteus Maximus.
Tony
Erie.
Stargary?
Yeah, see? I would have done any of these cool names. I went deep into my deep cuts of my 80s upbringing. No.
What about Anakin Thrawn Wilson?
See, if I should be God, I didn't know about Thrawn by then, because that would have made the great middle name.
Or what about just G.A. Thrawn Wilson?
That would have been good.
Grand Admiral Thrawn Wilson. That would have been awesome.
What's the G?
I would have literally really did
Grand.
want Luke and Leia and Han. I was like, Luke and Leia were number one on my list of
Like,
kids' names.
honey.
But that's why we have women in our, well, he has a woman still in his life. That's why at some point we were married and had women.
Be like,
Otherwise,
we need one more kid. I don't want. We need a third kid, and it has
I'll
to
tell
be
you what.
a girl.
The girl, like, let's say I like was dating someone who wanted to have another kid. I'd be like, no. And they're like, I'll let you name him. Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I would have another kid if I could name him. You know? It's like, all right, the Jedi Order will be established.
That's right.
All right, so that's it for today. We'll talk about some of we're probably going to go see Hail Mary.
Hail Mary.
I haven't bought tickets for it yet, but, probably going to go see it pretty soon when it comes out. I don't know about opening weekend, but opening weekend's so busy.
Yeah.
Like
We'll see it.
that movie has a lot of buzz.
Let's
and
see it like
apparently ticket
Tuesday
sales have been
afterward.
good. Yeah,
Because it's Tuesday's cheap tickets.
I'm good. I'm good with going and seeing it because I really want to see it because the book
Yeah,
was
it's gonna-
so good. If it's a fraction of what the book was, it's going to be legit, and so I'm excited about that. And then we should start. You know what I wanted to tell you? Like and I'm trying to get toys for him too because toys. Stargate SG-1.
Oh, yeah.
I've went back and I'm now on the second season.
Yeah.
And I watched 3 episodes of Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah.
They don't see, people don't understand when you start telling them about old shows.
Yeah.
They're so much better than the shows they come out with today. I'm not saying like Game of Thrones, Night of the Seven Kingdoms was amazing. But when you go back and you like watch, I started watching it and I spent the whole day watching it. Because it's so good and you care about the characters and the stories are so good. Like
I was
people
a Babylon 5
were
guy.
sci-fi writers.
Yeah.
And Stargate SG-1 is so good.
Yep. I watched that in Babylon 5. Those were my jams.
You know what's great? Like when you got shows
The
like
90s.
Supernatural and Stargate SG-1, they have these individual shows that are really good, but they have these overarching stories. That
When
they
you
come
had
back on.
22 episodes a season, you could do that type of shit.
So good. Like I'm watching The Night Agent, and I watched like half the episodes of season 3.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, it's almost over. I'm like, I'm going to wait for a while because I really like that show.
Yeah.
I'll wait a little while, because I'm like, it's going to be over so quick. I'll like in the next hour and a half, I could be done with the whole series. And I already,
Then you got to wait
6
2 years.
episodes or whatever. Some of them are 8, and you're just like, fuck. But
Lame.
Stargate SG-1, Stargate Atlantis. If you've never watched them, I'm watching SG-1
Better than the movie.
on Netflix. And I gotta Stargate Atlantis. I gotta see if it's on Netflix too.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching it on Amazon and I have to pay for commercials on Amazon because I won't pay them any more money. I'm
Yeah,
like, if I
I
pay
do
for
the same.
Prime, I should not have to pay for commercials.
We're already paying. Why are you making
son
us
of a
pay
bitch?
again?
Fucking Bezos, you piece of crap.
How many more billions can you need, Bezos?
Yeah, I pay for Prime and they're like, you get Prime Video along with it. Now you got to pay for the premium Prime Video so you don't have to watch 3.5 minutes of commercials every 5 minutes.
You know why? Because I got to make my third bunker. I need an extra 100
His
bill.
wife needs a new experimental,
Yeah, we can't pay our workers
to make her boobs that much more luscious. Come on now. Stop charging us for shit. Like, I literally don't want to watch things on
Fuck
Amazon.
you, Bezos.
And they make some good shows on
They
Amazon.
do.
And like Reacher, I'm gonna have what now? I'm gonna have to freaking like watch like stupid commercials on them. So anyway, that's my rant. Is,
That's the rant of the day.
and I didn't even say
Brought to
I didn't
you
even
by-
say Kathleen Kennedy.
I
'cause
know,
now it's
'cause
all about
we-
Filoni. And
we'd be here for a
making,
long time.
making gay jokes about him because I don't like what
It's
he's
coming.
doing.
It's coming.
But you know what? We were the biggest when this podcast started.
Filet
3 years
Filoni.
ago,
And the
we
old
were
gym.
the biggest Filoni fans, and then we started realizing this guy is not doing what his name's attached to way too much crap. So I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We're hoping the Mandalorian Grogu's good, but watch Stargate SG-1 on Netflix. Stargate Atlantis, really good too, but SG-1 nothing beats Colonel O'Neill and Samuel Jackson and Teal'c and Samantha Carter.
I remember.
General Hammond, the Goa'uld. They're the best. It's the best. So I'm trying to get toys for it too. Like guy that, Bicky Smalls, the guy that does the nighttime shows. I sent him a few messages and he's supposed to be looking for me because he thinks he has some. So you can get the action figures for that and some of the play sets and
get
stuff.
the toys.
I'm like, I get stuff with the stuff that I like. I'm not going to buy anything from crap. Like you'll never see me buy a Secret Trilogy toy.
Yeah.
I got sent a Finn as a gift for buying stuff from somebody, and I was like, "What is this?"
Here's a chew toy for your dog.
I don't want a Finn, so I'm going to use it as a giveaway when I sell toys.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, you get a Finn. Look at how awesome this is. Throw it in the box. I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want Kylo Ren. I don't want Rey. I don't want any of that. I don't even want.
See, here we go.
Old
Here we go.
Han Solo. Anyway,
we're almost out, and he tripped himself up.
We're out.
I
We're
didn't
out.
say it.
We're out. We're out.